Man, did I ever tell you about when I tried
Did I ever
watching?
tell you about the time, Lois?
Yeah,
This
we're
reminds
about to
me
do
of the time.
yeah, I'm about to do a Family Guy flashback.
I got
The
away.
time, what the heck is his Hamilton?
Yeah.
The time I tried watching Hamilton. Did I ever tell you about that?
You may have, but I've forgotten.
Okay, for a listener, like this was back when it came out on Disney Plus and stuff, and all the white girls were ranting and raving and stuff.
Actually, real quick before you get into this about all the white girls, I need to be real quick.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
No problem. Okay. So, so you had said you needed to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I took that opportunity. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta pee as well too.
Yeah.
So I get up. Somehow, as I'm getting up, I don't know what happened. If I hit a cord or something, but my water bottle just flings in the air. Just like water just goes everywhere. Not on my laptop or anything, but it's like behind the cabinet that I have all my stuff on. And my mic fell and everything just like went everywhere basically. And I was like,
And I fell down
all
the
I wanted
stairs
to do,
and my shoes fell off.
all I needed to do was pee. That's all I needed. That's all I had to do. But no, like everything went everywhere, water spilled, got a towel and everything to clean up behind the bookshelf and all that. But no, everything's good. That's why it took me a while to to come back and respond. I had my earphone in the whole time so I could hear.
Yeah.
But I had it off, so you just didn't hear cleaning noises and me being like, shit. Me, yeah, because
your soft, frustrated weeping.
Well, it's also like you would have heard just like grunting of cleaning as well, because like my bookshelf, I have to like put my stomach and lean over it to reach behind it. So you just heard like me just trying to reach to clean.
Yeah. So I just took 3 caps of ibuprofen.
Nice.
Because I've been getting a headache. It might be a dehydration headache though, so I've been drinking stuff too.
I gotcha.
I'm drinking Body Armor right now for quick rehydration, and then I'll probably grab a bottle of water once I'm finished with this.
That's good. That's good. Save the RC Cola for later.
It's Sam's Cola right now, actually.
Oh, okay.
The generic brand.
Yeah.
I think it's Walmart's generic brand. I only see it at Walmart, so I'm going to assume that's the case.
Yeah, I think that's about where I've only seen it. Where the heck was I before the whole pee catastrophe?
The whole pee catastrophe where everything got wet. You had to wipe out the bookshelf.
I peed everywhere. I had to wipe it off and stuff.
Yeah, throwing a water bottle in the air was a clever metaphor for just pointing straight up and letting it fly.
Yeah. I spilt my water is another way of saying I pissed everywhere.
He just laid down on the floor, whipped it out, aimed it at the ceiling, and let it fly.
Then when I'm done, I'm like, oh, man.
Now I gotta clean this up.
I did it out of curiosity just to see what would happen. Now I'm just covered in pee, and so is all my stuff.
Does it go in every direction, like when you knock a fire hydrant off of its spot, like a geyser, or is it all just going to keep going in one stream?
Yeah, this is Stupid People Mythbusters. Let's see if it happens.
You can call it Jackbusters or Myth Ass.
Yes.
It's Jackass Mythbusters.
I think that's like I think that's just 1,000 Ways to Die. Because they would have questions sometimes. Because I think this was years ago. I remember like either sending this to you or showing you this. There's one question that went around the internet where it's the narrator of 1,000 Ways to Die, where he's like, if you did this, or I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like something. It was like, if you held in your farts, would your balls explode? Like something to do with your balls exploding. It's so stupid. I can't remember what it was.
Hold in your farts. Because that's
I can't
where farts
remember
are stored.
Yeah.
Farts are stored in the balls.
Whatever the thing was, it was equally as stupid as that. I can't remember what it was. But
would your balls explode?
something about would your balls explode? That's all I remember.
It's the enthusiasm behind the delivery of
the yeah. Because the way it was like, would your balls explode?
Here's a question for you. You gotta answer fast. If you held in your farts, would your balls explode? Hi, I'm Tom Farland. Creator Spawn. And this is exactly the kind of questions that Al Simmons was faced with.
Al Simmons, it was either go to hell or hold in your farts till your ball exploded. Al Simmons had to choose. Spoiler alert, the man has no balls anymore.
It was all a part of a challenge from the Defiler. You know that fat clown guy?
Yeah.
The one that John Leguizamo played in the movie.
Yeah. Oh. I now remember what I was talking about 10 or 15 minutes ago.
He's actually a genuinely creepy and intimidating, like, antagonistic force in the cartoon.
Yes. I was talking about Hamilton now, thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, right. We were talking about, Hamilton. Yes, yeah. Tell me why we hate white women.
Yes. No, I especially hate white women. But that has nothing to do with Hamilton. But no, I remember like this was before it got put on Disney Plus. The play came out. It was big on Broadway for 5, 6, 7 years, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was huge. Like everyone talked about it. Even the worst seats are like $600, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But everyone talked about it, and I was always kind of interested. Then it comes out on Disney Plus, and I'm like, I'll check this out, like, because all the white girls are talking about it now.
Yeah.
And so I checked it out, me and my sister, because she wanted to check it out as well. At the 30-minute mark, we both kind of looked at each other and was like, are you liking this? I'm like, no. I asked her, like, are you liking this? Like, no. It's like, can we turn it, please? And we're both like, yes, please. like I gave it 30 minutes or maybe 40 minutes. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm okay with musicals. Here's the thing. I like musicals. Some, not all. I like me a High School Musical. I know comparing High School Musical and Hamilton are very different. It's
incredible that you compare one of the like most important and godlike and well-constructed musicals and like some of the greatest lyricists of our time worked on it with Hamilton.
And then Hamilton.
But I think you knew exactly where I was going with that. But yeah, it's interesting. That's an interesting comparison.
No, I know people that are big into Broadway and Hamilton, all that. They're like, they're getting their pitchforks ready and stuff. But like,
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like High School Musical is great or anything. It's entertaining though. I liked it.
My one of my favorite YouTube trends was when people were editing High School Musical musical numbers to
Without,
have realistic audio.
yeah, like the shoes squeaking and the
Yeah,
pans hitting and all
the
that. Yeah,
pants,
yeah,
and like the one where like Zac Efron is out singing on the golf course, and it's just like
yeah, yeah,
from like
yeah.
really far away.
Yeah, and I'm
um,
not even saying I like love those movies. I don't even know if I like them. They are entertaining though.
yeah,
But I got through those. I
yeah,
didn't get through Hamilton.
yeah.
Like,
Because I know all the white girls who were into Broadway were like, "Hey, this guy Lin Manuel Miranda just invented a new type of song called rap."
yeah, that's pretty much what they thought. Oh, and no, it's not just
they
that.
call him a rapist.
Yeah, yeah. It's oh man, it's such a white girl thing. Where it is, yeah, it's like oh, and he's being like all witty and like you're learning
Oh, I just lost
through
you.
this rap and through the songs and through the music. And it's like, oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. Hang on, just a second.
Hello.
Let's do a clap test real quick.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, all right, that's acceptable.
Okay.
It cut
But
you
like,
out and then sped through everything you just said.
oh, okay. Yeah, I must have been catching up or something.
Yeah.
But
Even the bit where you were asking if I could hear you was like your audio was still catching up with mine.
okay, I gotcha. Yeah, but like the mm, it bugs me because yeah, it was a lot of I know what you were saying is kind of an exaggeration, but for some that very much was their introduction to rap and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't have an issue with that. My issue is like the people that say like it's like here's my issue. Yes, it's educational and stuff. I actually have multiple issues. One of them is yes, cool, it's educational, you're learning, and it's
Of
not a
course,
typical musical. It's rap
you
and stuff.
do have to do your own research to figure out which parts of it are educational because a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
it is
yeah,
historical fiction.
yeah, yeah. But like the biggest complaint I have with it is it's nothing but music. Like that's not what I'm used to with my musicals. I'm used to 5 to 10 minutes of people actually talking and stuff happening, and
Yeah.
then we have a 5 minute song.
You're
Then you
not
have another 5 to 10 minutes of story, then 5 minute song.
you're not used to opera.
No,
And Hamilton
no.
is definitely a rap opera. It's a hip opera.
I'm sorry, all the white girls out there. Hamilton is so lame.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like I sound so harsh in saying this, but it's like I don't know. Like it's you can make history like interesting and cool and stuff, but this feels like the like Lin Manuel is just he's just like hey fellow kids, like I'm going to teach you about history. I'm going to make it cool as well. Here's my little spin on it. It's like get out of here, 50-year-old man. Like this isn't cool.
Yeah.
I would have liked it better. Yes, you do have a musical background, so of course you're going to turn it into a musical. I would have liked it better if it was just a regular because it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, that's another thing. 2 hours and 40 minutes of nothing but singing.
Yeah.
I'm going to blow my brains out if I watch all of that. Like I don't like that at all. It's not my thing. Where you would get people like me and like other I'll say it. I'm just like an average musical watcher sort of thing. I'm not in it. I'm not into Broadway sort of stuff. But where you would get the average person is if it was just a straight up play, like no musical. Or if you did musical, you do it where it's 5 to 10 minutes of a play and then 5 minutes of a song that still ties in with the story. Like,
Yeah.
but it's, I'm going to say it. I'm no longer hiding
Oh,
from the white women out
oh,
there.
oh, no, 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 Brandon, no, you can't.
Hamilton, to me, is trash. I was going to say another thing, but I forgot it. The other thing would have been a lot worse. I can't remember what it was.
I took so long building up to it, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Could you imagine if the Sound of Music was just song, top to bottom?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Now, I'm going to be honest. Julie Andrews could definitely carry a movie like that with her voice. But yeah.
No, here's the thing. I'm not discrediting any of the actors or the singers in Hamilton. They all do a great job. There are some great performances, some great singers that are in there. But you could have the best singer ever. I don't want to hear that's a concert.
Yeah.
That's a concert. I don't want to hear a story, a 2 hour and 40-minute story be done through song. I don't want to hear that.
So I've actually not seen Les Miserables, but you're probably not into that either, huh?
Is all of it? I don't know.
Yeah, well, okay, so here's the thing. For the stage version, I believe all of it is supposed to be song. In the movie, from my understanding, they made it so that like some of it is spoken, but they still try to keep the rhythm of the song. As far as I'm aware, it's like talk singing for a lot of it.
Here's the thing, though. I might be into it only because Hamilton, it's filmed. It's the play filmed. That's what it is. It's on a stage and it's filmed. With Les Miserables, the movie, even if all of it is song, it's all like Hollywood sets and stuff. Like we're moving, we're doing stuff to where I might be more engaged there.
Yeah,
I still might not like it, but
yeah, I've not seen Les Miserables like all the way through. I've just seen bits and pieces here and there.
This sounds like, and it almost definitely is, a simpleton saying that Broadway musicals are lame. But I'm okay with saying that. I'm sorry. If I'm okay with musicals, I don't want the entire thing to be song, though.
I'm okay being that simpleton.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, I get that. I definitely get that. Like you got to have like everybody's got their threshold for stuff. For me, it really depends. I could probably watch a 2-hour-long production where the whole thing is just one long song. I don't know if I could do a 2-hour and 40-minute long production where the whole thing is rap and hip hop of some fashion. Because that's just not my vibe. Like I saw a lot of Hamilton once. I never finished it, but there was once where like my family was like visiting some friends out of town, and they turned Hamilton on one night, and we watched most of it. And it was interesting, but yeah, the constant rhythm gets to you.
Yeah, I think that's a good point because it's singing is different, like regular singing where like there are drawn out notes and stuff, whereas like with the rap it's like like beat 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 beat, like there's a ton of words within a second sort of thing. And that is going on, that rhythm, even though it changes per song, it's that type of rhythm for 2 hours and 40 minutes, which here's the thing, I like rap. There's a lot of rap that I like. The thing is, Hamilton is nerd rap. And here's the thing, I'm not discrediting nerd rap. There's some nerd rap that I like where I learn stuff through it, but those songs are 3-4 minutes long. They're not 2 hours and 40 minutes.
And the thing is, like, there are like little bits of respite here and there. Like the King of England comes out and sings a little bit every once in a while, and like that I think one of the reasons those are like a couple of the best moments in the production is because it takes a break from the rap to give you
it's
this
a
little
breather.
bit of a different type of music, because it's
Yeah.
because the king of England is basically singing to America like they're bitter exes, and he's like, "You'll be back, wait and see," like that sort of thing, like saying to America, like, "You'll come crawling back, like I'm not worried about this." But like it's just this really like sassy, like gay anthem about bitter ex, and like it's I remember seeing it for the first time and I thought it was hilarious and I loved it, and I think a part of why I loved it was because it was a break from that relentless rap rhythm.
Yeah, yeah.
The relentlessness of the hip hop and the R&B influences that were all over that play. It was just something else, even for just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I like
advice to anyone out there looking to write an opera. Maybe vary up the music a little bit if you're going to do that.
Oh yeah.
Experiment with different genres. If you're doing
you can do like through different acts and through different characters that come in or whatever. You can introduce different genres throughout the musical to keep it fresh rather than just one same one. And that's the thing is like it could like I like rap. It's just this rap is so nerdy.
Yeah.
Like
actually I have a couple of examples of good like operas that you can just go listen to because they're albums, and you can probably listen to them on like iTunes or Spotify or something. Is Operation Mindcrime by Queensryche, which is a rock opera.
okay.
It's just generally good, and like it keeps a varied pace and it tells an interesting story. And then Nightfall in Middle Earth by Blind Guardian, which is obviously inspired by Tolkien's writings. And that one actually has like spoken character interlude tracks between songs.
Okay.
So it even though it is like a metal opera, it still breaks those songs up with some character moments. And it's 100% audio. There's no like stage production to go with either of these suggestions. But like anyone looking for good operas out there, like those are especially like rock or metal style operas. Then,
right.
Those are both good examples.
Yeah. For me, I'm okay with the story being told in a 3 to 4 minute song. Heck, even a 10-minute song.
I was gonna say for that Blind Guardian one, they definitely don't keep it down to 4 minutes per song.
Yeah.
Blind Guardian definitely likes to go for the long haul with their music.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things where no, it's not for me. I see there's a market for it, but I don't know. Sorry, Hamilton fans. I think it's lame.
Yeah, Hamilton fans, wig snatched. I don't even know if that's what that means.
I have no idea.
I'm an old man. I'm just using things that I've heard to sound like I'm hip with the kids.
Yeah, y'all go watch y'all's Hamilton. I'll go rewatch Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, I'm 69
good?
years old. That's the funny number. So I'm gonna watch The Jerk.
Watch my nonstop action road trip movie that is beautiful cinematically, and you can listen to your not even subpar rap.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a rap guy personally.
I most of modern day rap I don't like. There are outliers though. There are those that are very good, that don't sound like everyone else, um, that are doing some good stuff. I like them, like Tyler the Creator, uh, various others. And Tyler the Creator, if you said Tyler the Creator 10, 15 years ago, his stuff was like edgy and it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Um, but he's evolved as an artist. And I'm not just saying him. There's others I can think of, but there's other stuff out there that doesn't sound like everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, go watch. Y'all can go watch Hamilton over the next month or so. I'm gonna go see Furiosa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see. Oh, this is interesting. I might go watch these because we were, or at least I was, way too young to go see this in theaters. Uh, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is coming out in theaters in
Oh.
June. I think it was, may have been a Fathom event thing. It may have not been. I can't remember.
Yeah,
But
because I don't think I saw any of them in theaters either.
yeah, I wish they were playing all in one day, but I understand like pretty much
That's
not pretty much no one could do that.
no.
But yeah, they're doing like for 2 weeks, actually 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, um, like you could basically see like Lord of the Rings comes out. The first one comes out June 8th. And you could see the second one June 9th. Then you could see the third one June 10th. And then it's the same way the next week.
Okay.
You could see them each day after, and same thing with the week after. So I'm probably going to check that out. I I feel like that'd be great to just see on a big screen.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, there's a decent bit coming out. I'm probably not going to. I don't know. There's some good horror stuff coming out. Like there's like 2 or 3 horror stuff that's like isn't getting any publicity at all. But I found out about it. I'm like, holy crap! I have to go see these.
There's
But yeah,
exactly one horror movie that I'm looking forward to this year, and it hasn't even had its first trailer yet.
what's that?
Nosferatu in December.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's up there for me as well. But yeah, there's one I just found out about it like a day or two ago, and it's coming out in a week or two, called In a Violent Nature, and it's a
You might
slasher
have to
movie.
repeat that because you cut out right at the last word.
Okay, it's In a Violent Nature.
Okay.
It's a slasher movie, and it's basically it's pretty much Freddy, or not Freddy Krueger, Jason.
Okay.
It's like this guy who lives in a shack in the woods, and he's awakened, sort of thing, and he's going to go kill these kids in the woods, sort of thing. But what's interesting is it seems like almost all the movie follows him, like and it's also weird. It seems like a lot of it's shot like, it sounds weird, almost like a third person video game kind of,
Okay. That's interesting.
to where like you're not seeing like a first person perspective of him going and doing his thing, but like you're somewhat distanced from it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the entire movie, but the trailer makes it feel like a lot of the movie is just you're following along this maniac who's going to go kill some counselors and stuff.
Interesting.
And it does seem like there is a story there as well. It's not just kill, kill, kill. It's not just every 10 minutes you're seeing the character you're controlling in the video game kill someone.
Yeah.
Um,
It's it's like God of War, where it's following him in third person through all the violent bits, and then he walks into a shed for the first time, and the camera kind of detaches from that perspective and starts
yeah,
going around with normal cinematography.
yeah.
Like
But
how 2018 God of War, aside from the pause screen, did everything as like in like a single take style, basically.
yeah. But yeah, I'm going to check that out. I don't know if it'll be good, but it's unique. We don't
Yeah,
see that a lot nowadays. So
that does sound like a unique
um,
premise, like to actually just follow the slasher instead of the victim.
yeah. So I'm going to see that, and then like the other horror movie I'm really looking forward to comes out in July. Nicolas Cage is apparently attached to it. I don't remember seeing him in the trailer at all, but apparently he's in it. It's called Long Legs.
Okay.
And the trailer cinematography wise looks beautiful, like creepy beautiful. Like the cinematography is just, it's chef's kiss in terms of horror. Like it looks so good. But it's basically, you can't really tell too much from the trailer. It's this FBI agent who is trying to solve this investigation, and she's going further and further down, and like some occult stuff is factored into it. She's investigating some occult stuff. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
And the trailer definitely shows some, it's not your jump scare type stuff. It's you see creepy stuff and we'll kind of linger on it, but it's not going to be a loud noise or anything like that. It's just very weird atmosphere stuff. I'm down with that.
Interesting.
But yeah, other than that, everything else is meh. I'll see Maxine because I do like Pearl, but yeah. Yeah. That's right. Then Deadpool, Wolverine, yeah.
Well, hang on. Before moving on to that, keeping on with the horror theme. I just remembered there is one that's either out or coming out called The Watchers.
Oh yeah, it's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
Opinion on that?
That's the thing, is like I am not looking forward to it, but I'm also like not interested, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
I'm going to go see it, but
okay.
I have no like thought on it essentially. Like it looks interesting. The big thing that's drawing me in is interesting premise kind of with the trailer, and it's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter doing it. So
okay.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, what's that?
Trap.
Thank you, because I couldn't remember it.
That's the
I couldn't
movie.
remember the title. That looks interesting.
Yeah. And yeah. I don't know if Josh Hartnett is the serial killer or not. It makes you think he is.
Yeah. The twist might be that the little
know.
girl's the serial killer. Ooh.
It could be, yeah.
And I and based on the trailers, I've already seen stuff online where people are like, well, here's an easy resolution to the conflict. Don't tell anybody you're the serial killer. They have no reason to suspect you, so just keep moving along.
Yeah.
Just act normal and go home.
Yeah, do you have like a gun or a body part in your backpack? Like, why is this stressful for you?
Yeah. And if you do, just go flush it down the toilet.
Yeah. Because you go about everyday life. Like you go into Walmart or wherever you shop, Josh Hartnett, serial killer. Like, if it is him or whoever else, it could be anyone.
Josh Hartnett, actual serial killer.
Yeah.
In real life.
Hey, he's been gone from movies for a long time. We don't know what he's been doing all this time.
Maybe he was just making maybe he was just filming his own everyday exploits, and he went to Shyamalan and he's like, hey, we can make a movie out of this. And Shyamalan, fearing for his life, was like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure, Josh. Yeah.
Sure, Josh, yeah. Why did you come to me with this?
Because I want to get this out there, but I know you can have an interesting twist, and I don't want people to actually like come after me, but I do want to get it out there.
Yeah.
But you
This
could come up with a twist where it's like my daughter or someone else.
Yeah, put it on someone else. Make it so it doesn't look like I'm the guy who did it definitively.
Yeah.
Like and you know, like this was a pretty intense like guerrilla shoot. Where, you know, I actually tied that guy up and kept him in my basement. Oh. And I think Signs is a masterpiece. And I just I just knew you were the guy I needed to go to with this. Like I loved The Village and Woman in the Water. And
The Happening.
Especially
The Happening.
Especially that scene where you directed Mark Wahlberg to act very much like an actual human being, where he says, "What? No." You know, the way people do when they're accused of wanting to kill someone.
Yes.
In a very not suspicious, completely human way. I trust that you can. You see, the thing is, okay, breaking character here. The thing is, like, based on the trailer, it looks like Shyamalan has figured out how to direct his actors to behave like people.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, because even in like his comeback over the past 10 years, even in those, there are some, like, I wouldn't even really say it's I put it on the actors. There's just weird dialogue.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes from like kids. He doesn't entirely know how to write for kids sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when the problem is that consistent across the director's entire filmography, you know it's gotta be direction and not the actor. Yeah. Because Mark Wahlberg's not exactly the best actor on the block, but he's better than that.
Oh yeah.
And like, even in Shyamalan's great movies like The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, the characters don't really behave like people. And like even because a good actor can sell a weird line. It happens all the time. Like in superhero movies, it happens all the time. In sci-fi and fantasy and everything, it happens all the time, where actors sell, you know, lines that would sound weird otherwise, just based on like their acting talent. But like the way Shyamalan directs them, they all come across very inhuman, no matter what they're saying.
Yeah. Because I liked, this was whenever he started coming back, and I don't like it as much as I did back when it came out, but I liked The Visit, the old grandpa movie.
Yeah.
I liked that, but there's some stuff. What were you saying?
I never saw that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's worth seeing, but there's like some stuff, especially with the kids, because the main two characters are two kids. There's some dialogue and stuff with them where it's like, like, Shyamalan, don't you have kids? Like, don't you know how they speak or what they're interested in? Like, why do you have this like 13-year-old boy doing this super cringy rap at the end?
What?
Yeah, that's at the very end. It's a super cringy rap.
He just starts performing like, Hamilton.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's what it was. This is what Lin-Manuel Miranda got his from, was this little boy and his character of liking to make cringy rap. Yeah, there's that, and then Old's like his most recent one, and Old I think is better than The Visit.
Isn't the Knock at the Cabin the most recent one?
Oh, you're right, Knock at the Cabin. Yeah, that's right. You are right. Knock at the Cabin was good. I don't know if there was any like. Yeah. Okay, there is a little girl in it. I was trying to think if there were kids in it. There is a little girl, and she has some weird dialogue in the beginning.
Yeah,
where I was like, Shyamalan, you realize she's like 8 or 9 years old? Why is she talking like this? No child like speaks like this. Like, it's so weird.
She's reading the New Yorker.
Yeah, it's just odd. Like, he can make an interesting story. It's just his dialogue is hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll just have to watch for how the girl in Trap behaves.
Yeah.
To see if, like, has he figured out how children are?
Yeah, I wonder if the concert they're at, if it's something super dated or something, or a type of music that's super dated that he thinks is
The
still
music
popular right now.
the music sounded pretty normal in the trailer.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I know that all the music is written for the movie too.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It's all
By Shyamalan. I'm
original.
sure Shyamalan wrote it.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it's all original music.
Okay. Yeah, Shyamalan will even be like, if you listen to the actual lyrics throughout, it spells out the twist at the end. I did something clever, didn't I?
You just hear in the music, the daughter did it. She's the
daughter has that guy in the basement.
Yeah.
Actually, psych. That guy in the basement, he's actually the serial killer. Whoa, plot twist.
Plot twist. And Josh Hartnett and his daughter. Josh Hartnett, the real man, not the character in the movie, have the serial killer in their basement because they're vigilantes. Whoa.
Whoa, and a big old twist at the very, very end.
Yeah.
This is all in the world of Unbreakable.
James McAvoy's character survived miraculously. He's the one we had to pick because Bruce Willis is retired.
And me, the singer, but it's M. Night Shyamalan writing the movie. I never saw Glass. I never saw Glass.
Yeah.
So Mr. Glass rolls up.
Yeah.
He's like, hey.
Glass isn't canon.
Okay.
We'll just say
Glass she's just having a conversation with herself.
Yeah. Glass isn't canon because people didn't like that one as much. That is, I will say, Glass is one of those movies where I rarely agree with people when they're like, oh, you know, that was terrible. It was a horrible. Like, usually, like, I'm fine with endings in general.
Yes.
I am not a big fan of how Glass chose to end things.
Okay.
Not the biggest fan of the conclusion of that movie because it was really good pretty much right up until the end, in my opinion. I liked it, but like the ending of like all of like every like where the twist is that there was apparently just a group of like an organization of people killing these supposed superhumans.
Oh yeah.
And it's like hunting them essentially, and like the entire asylum was a part of that. That's why all three of them were there. It's like, okay, it's like I would have liked it because like, and the thing is, on top of that, the movie ends with like a final battle between Bruce Willis and James McAvoy, and like that's exciting, that's interesting, and I like that they did keep it mostly pretty grounded. Because you've got, you know, Bruce Willis being unbreakable and James McAvoy being like an animal man.
Yeah.
And I like that it was, for the most part, a pretty grounded way to do like a superhero final battle. There's no big explosions. There's no crazy super stuff happening. It's just two abnormally strong and durable guys wailing on each other.
Yeah.
Up until pretty much the end. And I feel like it would have been interesting. And again, you didn't necessarily have to kill anybody at the end of that movie. You know what I mean? I don't feel like any of those characters needed to die.
Right.
Like even Mr. Glass, I feel like he could have gotten away too.
Right.
But at the end of the movie, like all three of them get got.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, did you not see it?
No, I don't care about spoilers.
Oh,
I
okay, okay.
That's the thing is like if I haven't seen it now, I'll likely never see it.
Yeah.
Like I saw Unbreakable, then I saw Split in theater, and then I was going to see Glass, but then word of mouth from friends, they were like, it's not that good. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay, because there
I
were a bunch of movies that came out that year, so I was like, okay, I'll just put my money towards something that is good.
yeah, I liked most of the movie, pretty much right up until the end.
Hmm.
So if you're okay with the ending not quite living up to what the rest of the movie does, I say go for it.
Okay.
But yeah, like, because it is a really interesting premise, the idea that like there are these three guys, um, two of which are very clearly deluded into believing they live in some sort of superhero world.
Yeah.
And the third one having genuinely harmful dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah.
Um, and they're, in this asylum being treated. And like one of the more interesting things the movie does is like make the viewer question the reality of the two movies that came before. Were Unbreakable and Split reliable as sources for like what the reality of this world is by the time you get to Glass, or were those just a part of the delusions these three characters had leading into it? Like, is James McAvoy actually some sort of vessel for um a like bestial consciousness, or does he just have really bad DID? Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, is Bruce Willis truly an unbreakable semi-psychic vigilante, or is he just a crazy guy going around beating people up and then justifying it through his delusions of vigilantism,
Yeah.
and being encouraged by Mr. Glass, who is equally as deluded potentially?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's an interesting angle to go with. And like, and I'm okay with them confirming that is like they are actually superheroes basically. I'm okay with them confirming by the end like, oh yeah, there's something supernatural about these guys. I like it didn't need to stay ambiguous to the whole thing, so I'm glad it wasn't. But the really the only problem I had by the end was the decision to kill off all three characters.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like it would have been a lot better had even one of them survived.
Right. Right. Yeah. Eventually, I might see it again. That was like 2018, I think it came out.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
It's one of those, yeah, it's one of those things where if I haven't gotten to it now,
That's
there's a
one.
lot of other movies that I really want to see that are on a list, and eventually I might see that one, but it's far down on that list if I haven't seen it now.
Yeah.
But no, like in oh M, me and him were on a first name basis. His first name being just the letter M.
Yeah.
Me and him, yeah, we I like the man's stuff. Uh, his comeback. None of it's like amazing. That's the thing. I don't know if I've seen one M Night Shyamalan movie that's like I love this, but he's he has interesting plots that aren't typical Hollywood stuff that you see all the time. His
Yeah.
dialogue and his characters that can range depending on the movie.
Yeah.
But
His direction of the actors has improved, but it's still
yeah.
generally weird.
So let's see if his daughter in her first movie like here's the thing. I'm not trying to be mean to M. Night Shyamalan, but what if The Watchers is an amazing movie.
Ooh.
And it's the first one out the gate, and it's like, this is her first movie, and it's better than any of her father's movies. And he's been doing movies for over 25 years.
And it blows everything he's ever made out the water.
Yeah. I'm not saying it will do that.
But no, it would just be funny if it did.
That would be funny.
Look, Dad, aren't you proud of me? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's no The Last Airbender, but
if it is really amazing, she's also got to be careful because wasn't his first The Sixth Sense, like his first big commercial
I think so. I don't know if it was his first movie like at all, but it was the first one. It was the one that got him noticed, I think.
Yeah, it's the one that got him on the map. And so like if it is really good, she's got to be careful not to because I don't think this is entirely M. Night Shyamalan's fault, but whenever that came out, a lot of people were saying like he's the next Spielberg, he's the next this, he's the next that. Like people were projecting a path based on that one movie or the next movie he made. But at that point only there's like 2 movies, so they're like he's going to be the next Kubrick, the next Spielberg, and
the next Scorsese.
Yeah, you see how
Tarantino.
Yeah.
He's going to be the next. It's like, you aren't even listing similar filmmakers anymore.
Yeah, it's just big filmmakers.
Like, Spielberg and Kubrick. All right. Tarantino and Scorsese?
Or if the person's like, he'll be the next Christopher Nolan. It's like, who is that? This is the year 1999. At that point, I think Christopher Nolan just had The Following out, which was an extremely indie movie. So they're probably like, that was a great indie film. This old Shyamalan can reach those levels.
Yeah. And yeah, like The Sixth Sense is an awesome movie. It's the first movie that made me realize that twists like that could be pulled off.
Yeah.
And it's really the only Shyamalan movie that pulls its twist off well like that. And because and I don't know why Shyamalan got it in his head that every single movie needs a twist ending now, though, because of probably because of how successful The Sixth Sense was. But like Shyamalan, if you're listening, you are allowed to be at least a little bit straightforward with your storytelling.
Yeah. And it's almost like a curse because like Knock at the Cabin, to a degree, I wouldn't say entirely has a twist. If you've seen the trailer, I'm not spoiling anything here. If you've seen the trailer, it's hey, are these people crazy or are they right about the world ending?
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing. So whenever whatever happens at the end happens, to me, it doesn't feel like a big twist. And me looking at it now, I'm okay with that. But when I watched it, because I had seen so many Shyamalan movies, when I watched it, I was like, that's it? Where's the twist? Or like, that's the twist? Like, that's what I thought. And I was like, like, I think that, but you did that to yourself, Shyamalan.
Pretty much, yeah.
You did that.
He's conditioned his audience to expect a twist. And even if there isn't one, people will make one.
Yeah, that's the thing is like everyone with Trap are speculating like what's the twist.
The only
might not be one.
The only one of his movies that doesn't suffer from that is unfortunately his worst movie, which is The Last Airbender, and that's because it's an adaptation of existing source material.
Yeah. But all of his own stuff has a twist. I don't remember what the twist of After Earth was, but
I never saw After Earth.
I don't know if I ever finished After. I've watched at least the first hour. I don't know if I ever finished it. But yeah, Unbreakable has a twist. Well, Sixth Sense, that's his first one. Big twist, great twist.
Yeah.
The twist of all twists, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Unbreakable comes out next. That's a good twist.
Yeah, big twist.
And it's not a giant twist either. It's
No.
just a good twist.
And it's like literally the final scene of the movie that exposes it.
Yeah. I don't even know what. Oh, Signs comes out after that.
Yeah. Big twist, they're allergic to water.
Yeah. That's an okay twist. It's been forever since I've seen The Village. The twist is interesting.
Yeah.
It's an interesting twist. I don't remember hardly anything about the movie.
Yeah. I feel like I've only ever seen the ending of The Village, so that's
Yeah. Yeah, and then all his other movies. The Visit has a twist, but it's not like, I mean, I guess it is a big twist, but
I've never seen this one, but what's the twist in A Woman in the Water?
I've never seen it either. I don't know what the twist is.
Okay. I'll have to watch it some point. I've heard that's another one of his rough ones though, so I'll muscle my way through it just to see so I can have an opinion on it.
Yeah, the twist in The Happening is that the plants are what was the twist in The Happening?
I think the twist in The Happening is that the plants were upset.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, the plants were mad and the wind carried the plant anger into people and made people act erratically and kill themselves.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened in The Happening. And then it just stops eventually, I think. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact ending of The Happening. I remember they find out that the plants are upset.
Yeah. And
I don't remember what they do to like appease the plants though.
Yeah, well, I feel like The Happening just kind of ends. Like I feel like The Happening is one of those ones where it's like, oh, the plants aren't upset anymore. And there's no explanation as to why, and then it just ends. Like I don't remember what happens in The Happening. At all, which is bad because it's called The Happening. You should remember what happens in it.
It's true, yeah.
Because it happened. It was happening, and now it has happened. But what happened?
But yeah, I'm rooting for his daughter with the Watchers.
Yeah.
I really want it to be really good. Mostly for the joke thing of it.
Yeah. Look, Dad, are you proud of me?
Also, she's 23 years old. So if his 23-year-old daughter makes a way better movie than almost all his movies, that would be very funny.
That's really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really rooting for it. I might go see it in the theater then just to support it.
There we go.
It wasn't really on my radar before, but because I had no idea what the background of it was. But now that I know more about it and I know who's making it, I'm like, I might just go see it in the theater.
Yeah.
If for nothing else than the meme of giving Shyamalan's daughter the biggest success we possibly can, just so it can be like,
yeah. Yeah, that'd be amazing if it was like a 9 out of 10 movie in terms of all the reviews and critics and all that, and then it somehow made like over half $500 million or something. Like, because I don't know what his highest grossing movie is, but I don't see it being over 300 million at most. I don't even think that.
Yeah, probably not.
And not saying that like calculates like a movie being good or bad, but if it is really good and it made a lot of money, that just, I don't know, that's very funny.
That's what studios use to determine whether or not it was good or bad.
Yeah.
That's the result they see.
Right. Okay, After Earth was... Wait. No, Split was his highest grossing movie. Okay.
Oh, that makes sense. It's one of his
Yeah.
better ones.
Yeah. Split was $279 million. So I was right. He
Woo!
hasn't broke 300.
But yeah,
But that's
that
still
does
good. I
make sense
mean,
though, because Split's really good.
yeah, and that is good because like for the business executives, because most of his movies are pretty cheap, especially
Yeah,
something like Split where it's one location or two locations.
yeah. Shyamalan is a good director for low budget, high return movies, because
Yeah.
he is. It's interesting because like he's technically what you would consider one of the more like high profile directors, um, because he's had a long enough career now that like he is a household name. So
Yeah.
directed by M. Night Shyamalan, in spite of his reputation, is still a draw for people to the theaters.
Well,
Um,
especially the past 10 years where he is kind of making a comeback. Like the
yes,
past three movies he's done have all been at least like, hey, you should watch this. And some might be good or this was really good sort of thing.
yeah, yeah. Like Beach, What Makes You Old, and A Bad Time Out of the Cabin are, they're both well received from my understanding.
Yeah.
And now this guy's got a guy in his basement is probably also, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett, Real World Serial Killer, is looking like a pretty decent.
Yeah. I would love it if it is exactly what you said, where he is a serial killer and he does have the guy in the basement, but he realizes like, oh, why am I sweating it? Like I just chill, and the whole movie is just watching him and his daughter enjoy this concert.
Just with the knowledge that there's a guy in his basement in the back of
And
your head.
the twist is very meta. You, the audience, are trapped watching this.
Yeah, because the thing is, you don't know when the other shoe's gonna drop, right? So
Yeah,
like the twist is that he just enjoys the concert with his daughter and goes home without making a fuss.
yeah.
There's
That's the twist. Is like there was no twist.
Yeah, he just gets away with it.
Yeah.
There you go, perfect twist. It was just a really roundabout way for Shyamalan to make like one of those concert movies.
That's the thing. Like if Shyamalan did that, like most people would say it's like an awful movie, but I would see it as like I would legit call it an art piece.
Yeah,
Because that's what I would be like, this is art. And I would also be laughing in the theater because I would understand the joke that Shyamalan is doing here.
yeah. The idea that like the title of the movie is exactly what it is. He trapped you in that theater.
Yeah.
Because you have to see. You can't leave until those credits start rolling because you have to know if something actually happens.
Yeah.
That would
And
be
his whole
incredible.
career, he's been building to this because it's like what you said, he's conditioned us all to wait and expect, and eventually something will change or happen. So he's been building to this his entire career. And then it's this, and he's laughing. And then those that get the joke are also laughing. And then grandma that's in there that doesn't know anything about like the backstory of this, or M. Night Shyamalan is like, what? What am I watching?
I don't understand.
Yes.
Why does the shell have shoes on? And even if you wait all the way to the end of the credits, the post-credits scene is he gets home and you just get like a really brief scene of him scooping the guy's eyes out with a melon baller. and that's it.
Yeah, all it was this serial killer going out on an outing with his daughter.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and he does his serial killer thing. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just it's another day in the life of a serial killer that hasn't got caught yet.
Yeah. And like the guy's screams come up from the basement into the girl's bedroom as she's going to sleep, and she's like, Dad's working another late night again. There's your real twist. She knew about it.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Right in the end credits scene.
Man, I obviously that's not going to happen, but
No.
man, I would respect M. Night Shyamalan a ton. Like I would legit see him as like a true film artist.
Yeah.
If that's what he did.
That would that would be incredible if that's how it played out. But yeah, that's
like,
ultimately just a dream for us.
No, yeah. It's going to be a decent, maybe even a pretty good movie. But if that happens, you could then just drop the mic. I know he wouldn't, but like if that was his last movie, I'd be like, well done, good sir. I always like think it's dumb sometimes when people clap in the movie theater.
Yeah.
But I would stand up and I would applaud. I'd do a standing ovation in the theater.
Yeah, that would be incredible. But yeah, like and if it was his last movie, what a filmography that would be. Just like, because then you'd have to start wondering, like, wait a minute, did he make a bunch of bad movies towards the middle of his
just to do that? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, were all the bad movies in the middle of his career intentional? Because he has a really strong start, and like you said, for about the past 10 years, he's had a really strong comeback. So, like, was all the bad stuff in the middle a part of the game?
Yeah. Because that's the thing. Again, it's not going to be this. But if our ending or if our movie of Trap, if that's what Trap was, yeah, it'd make me rethink his whole filmography and say all of it is genius.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's leading to this final joke, essentially, this final art piece.
Yeah, it would make Shyamalan's entire filmography one of those things where it's like, when I finally successfully get a girlfriend, I'm going to be like, all right, we're going to sit and watch Shyamalan's entire filmography because you got to see this.
Yeah.
We get to the end and she's going to be like, what? What was that? I don't understand. No, you don't get it. He's a genius. All the bad stuff, it was a part of it. It's all just one long movie. It's all been one movie the whole time. The Sixth Sense all the way up until now. Man, don't you see? He planned Bruce Willis's medical retirement into his filmography. He knew that was coming.
Oh my gosh. I know DVD bonuses and stuff like that aren't a thing, or Blu-ray bonuses. That's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But whenever this comes out on Netflix or Max or whatever, like if there was the alternate Trap version, at least, where it is just this, it is father-daughter go to concert. Yes, father serial killer, but he doesn't sweat it. It's a normal day, enjoying the time. And most of it is just us watching this Taylor Swift-esque concert and them enjoying it. And then, yeah, get home. He goes back to the serial killer thing. It's a regular day. The end. That can't cost that much more. I know they would have to reshoot, but if they had done that in the midst of shooting, because I'm sure they probably have at least 30 minutes of like a actual concert.
I was gonna say,
do all this stuff.
I think it would be really interesting and a pretty decent way to make a little extra money off of it if they did just have a cut of the concert and made a full concert movie in addition to this. Just edit together the concert bits, make a whole extra thing. Like, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because then you could release the concert in theaters as well.
Yeah. Man. That's just gonna I'm gonna like Trap, but I'm probably gonna remember this till August when it comes out.
Yeah.
And I'll be in the theater and just being like, man, if only. What could have been? What could have been this man just like making the best because it's true art. That is truly art right there.
Yeah.
But oh well, we're gonna have a twist movie.
The twist is that you watched till the end.
Yeah, that would have been great.
And then in every single auditorium across America, as soon as the credits start rolling for every single showing, Shyamalan himself physically comes out. No matter when and where, he's always going to be there. And he says, "What did you think of my movie?" The twist is that you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, he just walks out to every screening. He walks out and he's just looking at everyone with a big smile on his face.
And even at the little local mom and pop theaters.
Yeah. He just has
free screening.
He just has a satisfied smile on his face. He just points out to the crowd with both hands. He's like, "You're trapped. You're trapped." And then he turns around and walks back.
Yeah. This is my world now. I learned how to be omnipresent specifically to pull this off.
Oh my goodness. If obviously couldn't go to all of them, but if I was at the one, he would probably try to do that for at least 100 showings or whatever. If I was at one of those and that happened and it was the movie that we said, if it was the trap that we want, and he came out and did that, my goodness, it would be the best theater experience I'd ever seen. And I would likely say it'd be my favorite movie of all time, just because this man was such a genius.
You're trapped. You're trapped. He points individually to every person in the theater. You're trapped. You're trapped. You're trapped. It's like 100-person showing. You're trapped. You're trapped. Someone brought their baby. They're trapped. You're trapped. That baby's trapped. This is my world. It takes the entire duration of the ending credits for him to get through everybody. You're trapped.
Yeah.
And he has a little podium installed in every theater so that he can get up and stand so that the credits are being projected onto him. So he's not below the screen. He's in front of the screen.
Yeah.
You're trapped.
Yeah, the focus is on me. While I'm saying you're trapped.
And that's when you realize this is the one where he didn't put himself even in a minor role in the movie. You didn't physically see him on screen at all because here he is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's even better.
This is the way that he wrote himself into the movie, is to show up at the theater to tell everybody you're trapped. You're trapped.
Man. Not even for probably growing up wealthy and stuff like that. That's not the reason I'm about to say this. I would love to be his child, simply to encourage him while he's writing this movie, to be like, "Dad, you have to do this. You will be known as the greatest filmmaker of all, beyond a filmmaker. You will be known as one of the best artists of all time, Dad, if you do this." And that's an alternate universe where Shyamalan gets pushed into doing our version of Trap. I think that's a good wrap up point.
Probably.
That's pretty good. So
that would be your Trap.
Yes. So I've been Brandon. That's Shelby. She's been here as well.
Oh yeah. Is she still barking from earlier? Has she just been barking for an hour?
No. No, that's 2 hours of barking. I'm so glad. No, she would probably be hoarse by now. She'd probably be
Yeah. And I've been Teo.
And now we're not. Take care.
Bye bye.